So, of course, if we live in the building, you heard.
Right.
You back in the building. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under Commanding Juliana. We've been teaching this truth since 1969 that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are in fact the true biblical Jews of the Bible, and that our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? This is the One West News Desk. You understand? Live every Monday, bringing you your local, national, and international news. We got a lot going on. I'm your host, Captain Saparia, along with
Officer Mathum.
and we're gonna be bringing you all this news. You understand?
Right.
Anything to open with, Matham? Any remarks?
No remarks. Sir.
Okay. What you wanted to open up with Mexico?
Open it with this Mexico governor accused by the U.S. of drug trafficking. As we know, America is the biggest drug trafficker country on this planet, and it's amazing how America can accuse somebody of any and everything that they do. You understand? And not to mention the piracy, the theft, the kidnappings, and all of these things that America does. And America always points the finger at other countries. You understand? America has once again accused the governor of Mexico of drug trafficking. If you remember, if a lot of us remember anything, we remember how America flooded the streets of blacks and Hispanics and natives, you understand, with drugs back in the 80s. You understand? Under Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan was the greatest drug trafficker American president that America has ever seen. You understand? Destroying blacks and Hispanics all over this country. And the thing about it is that destruction is felt to this day. We want to get into this article so we can really, take it down and break it apart. You understand? It says this is from the CBS News. Mexican governor accused by U.S. of drug trafficking steps down during investigation. It says the governor of a Mexican state who was accused by the United States of ties to drug trafficking said on Friday he was temporarily stepping down to facilitate the investigation. Now, as we do know, America also accused Maduro, the president of Venezuela, of drug trafficking, also taking into custody his wife. You understand what I'm saying? And how many months has that been now?
Jesus, I feel like it was yesterday, probably 2-3 months.
I believe it was more than that, like four months.
I don't even think it was 4 months ago.
But it was wild.
How long does the war been going on? The buttons changed now?
No, it's been longer than that.
So it had to be like 3 months.
3 months.
I'm assuming, yeah.
Yeah, because
not too long after that.
They in day 60 something now
in the war.
Yeah.
So it had to be like 3 months.
3 months.
Oh.
You understand what I'm saying? And if anybody's been watching the news, has anybody heard of him being charged? Has anybody heard of him having a court date? Has anybody heard of him being prosecuted?
Any type of due process at all.
And the thing about it is, they said when they got him in there, they didn't even charge him with the drug trafficking.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And this is the type of ploy that America's used. When an animal is trapped, in the corner and the animal sees its kingdom being destroyed, it does anything that it can do to survive. You understand the destruction. You understand, and that's what America's doing right now. So once again,
if I could, that was the whole point. The whole point was the oil. That's why.
Right.
Right after he brought in BP and Exxon to the White House.
Right.
And they was having that conference, and they like, ain't nothing we can do with that oil.
Right.
Remember Exxon and okay, like we that oil can't. It takes years to process that particular oil,
or to even set up process for that.
They would take a loss for many years.
And not only that, they said the oil that is in Venezuela is a different type of oil. Mm-hmm. You understand? That takes special machinery to process it, like Kat was saying. You understand? And everybody backed out.
Right.
So now what they doing is they sitting on their hands because now they kidnapped the president for nothing, just for the oil, and they got a ton load of oil that they can do nothing with. You understand what I'm saying? So they looking like they really sitting there with egg on their face.
Exactly.
Because
it's messy too.
Right.
It's messy.
And it was a situation where they felt like if they took over those oil reserves, then they could control and dictate the oil of the earth. You understand? And they could dictate the prices. And then everybody would still have to use the dollar as capital.
The petrol, what is it called? The petrol dollar?
You understand? And they would continue to control all situations dealing with oil.
Right. And hold on, if I could, can I ask something real quick? And he was that president was threatening to start trading. Was it in yen? Or what currency was he threatening
I
to?
believe it was the yen, and that's the reason why Iran is using the yuan.
Right.
The Chinese yuan.
Okay, so look, they are trying to remove themselves from American backed currency.
Right.
You know, and Trump and his friends is trying to, save face. That's what it really is in the grand scheme of things. These are international thugs.
Right.
They're just on the higher seat. Don't think about them as political with democracy and liberty and it's all about money. It's money and power and gain. He went down in there to gain oil. And they put this propaganda about, well, we're stopping the drugs and they want us to come in and boom, boom, boom. Yo, don't get fooled. This is they played it. We're gonna get into it later. Also, they play this propaganda game, but everybody's looking through it right now. Everybody's looking past it, like, yo, you're in it for oil,
right?
You're in it for gain. You're in it for money.
Yep.
You were seizing oil tankers down there in Venezuela coming from Russia. Was they going to Cuba or was it going to Venezuela?
It was going to Venezuela.
They seizing all these tanks, all these ships or what have you. It's all for money. It's looking like somebody's running out of something.
Mm-hmm.
It's looking like somebody's trying to ante up on something. Looking like it. They play this game like we're the big bad. They're the big bad America. Money, bombs and missiles.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you're looking scared.
Right.
We're gonna get into that the Spirit Airlines too, the deal they tried to do.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, well, think about this, right? Back in 2024, they tried to get them to merge with the JetBlue. And Biden denied it. But let's get back to this, right? Because it's heavy that you brought what you said out. Because if everybody thinks about it, the ploy that America is using is the same ploy that America uses on blacks and Hispanics. Understand this, right? America gets you into using their currency so that they can control every situation. This is the reason why the petrodollar was so strong. Even though the petrodollar, if you think about it, is weak because America only prints money. They don't have the industries that they had back in the 30s, the 40s, and the 50s to hold up the petrodollar. This is the reason why they begin to use gold as the standard to back the petrodollar. You understand what I'm saying? And now that the oil that other countries are using, Iran is telling them that they have to use that Chinese yuan. It's making the petrodollar obsolete. So now you have to purchase this oil, and even coming through the Straits of Hormuz, right? You got to pay $2 million, not in the dollar, but in the yuan, which is helping China. You understand? Not to mention the oil that America had to release of Russia and take the sanctions off of Russia. Now Russia's being built. The very thing that they didn't want to happen is beginning to happen to America. America is crumbling at the seams. Now, what I was saying to you is
Babylon is falling.
Babylon is falling. To rise no more. But listen, It's the same thing that America did to blacks and Hispanics right here in America. What they did was they promise you U.S. aid. They get you tied to the U.S. aid, and in exchange for the U.S. aid, what do they do? Think of some things that they do in exchange for the U.S. aid. Man can't be living in the house. If we give you help, your man can't be living in the house. So what do? You put a man out who still has to take care of his family. Then he has to find someplace else to live, take care of that place too, which makes it a struggle for the black family. And then once you cause that rift in between them, you are in control. The United States is in control of everything, which is the same thing that they do to every country that they put under USA. It's the same thing they did to the European Union. This is the reason why the European Union is breaking off from them now. This is the reason why they're not sending none of their troops down there to help America, because they finally realized, and the eyes are being opened, that they wasn't doing nothing but using us from the beginning. And this is what blacks and Hispanics got to look at and realize.
They manufactured
a situation.
They manufactured leverage.
Right. Yeah.
So
yeah. And and if you look at it, right, blacks and Hispanics are the petri dish to everything that they doing around the globe to all of these other countries. They start everything that they start right here. Just like they take all of our goods and our services.
Is that water bottle open? The other one right there. Let me get that. The water.
Make sure it's not open.
Okay, that's all. Yes.
Okay.
The water.
They do exactly what they do to us. Just like I said, they take our services and goods and they tie us up. When you look at the record industry, all of them, they are all behind the scenes making money off of us. And then when they finish using us, they just throw us away. It's amazing that
y'all owe Kanye West an apology.
How about
that? He was telling you straight up what the deal was, and everybody said, "Oh, you crazy out your mind." Go ahead.
Yep. But that exactly what he said was happening is happening. And then the thing about it is they test their theories on us and then go out and use them throughout the earth. Look at what's happening to them now.
Look what Germany did. Hold up. Can I speak on that?
Go ahead.
Germany got its tactics and then learned from American slavery on how to oppress the Jewish, the so-called Jewish population of Germany and Poland.
Right. They said to him, how can you talk about us when you do the same thing to the blacks in America?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And this is what they do. You understand? This is the reason why we in the condition, and all we got to do is sit back and look at these countries and we'll recognize ourselves in those countries and what's happening to those countries. You understand? Anything that's happening to the Palestinians have already happened to us. That's on if you look at what's happening to the Palestinians, it's on a smaller scale. And I'm not taking anything from what's happening to the Palestinians, but when you look at how it happened to us first and then they put it out there, just like you understand, they got Japan, they got South Korea, they got all of those countries depending on them. Then they put all of these military bases in your country and tell you we're here to protect you. Then you realize they're not there to protect you, but they're really there to rob and use you, which is the same thing that they do with us. You understand? They get us into these the NFL, baseball, and all of that type of stuff.
It's all extortion. It's all extortion.
Extortion, exactly.
Using you.
You understand? And then once they finish with you,
meanwhile, just a sidebar on what you just said. Meanwhile, we had our own goddamn league.
Yeah,
they needed us to improve their league, and then because our leaders can see it coming from afar, now there's no Negro League. Now there's no, you know what I mean?
And that was heavy that you just brought that out, because all of those countries used to have protection and protected themselves, but the United States coaxed them into allowing them to come in and give them extra protection took all of their nuclear weapons and the things that they had for protection, and now they wide open to any and everything. You understand? They did that to Poland. They did that to Germany. They did that to Belarus. They did that to all of those countries where they got naval bases at. All of those countries. When you sit up there and watch Trump talk to the European Union in the way that he talked to them like they children, because they understand.
I mean, disrespected the hell out of them. It was like we reported on that too.
Yeah.
But it was Vance. Matter of fact, it was Vance. Was it Trump? It was Vance, right?
No, Trump did it first,
and then he sent Vance.
Then Vance.
But I don't know what Vance said. What Vance said was like blew up.
Yeah.
What Vance said blew up. He was like, "Y'all doing this X, Y, Z. You got the Arabs." And he was going. I mean, he didn't say Arab. He said like, he said. Well, he said it in. They use certain words, but he was really saying Arabs.
Right.
He said you got the Islamic regime and boom, boom, boom over here, X, Y, Z. Man, it was going ham on a like, which it created more turmoil with his own allies.
Right.
And this is what they. If I could, not to cut you off, this is what they do. But they try to paint themselves. This is what the oppressor does in general. They use propaganda to paint other people and other nations as the bully, as the enemy, as the bad guy.
Right. When
in reality, the people that's in control, Benjamin Netanyahu, President Donald Trump, and his crew.
Right.
They are the boogeyman to the world.
Well, think about what they call them, Cat. They called them the Gang of Eight. Gang of Eight. You understand? Vance, Hegseth, Donald Trump, and all of them. They called them the Gang of Eight. They called themselves the Gang of
Why would you call yourself a
gang?
Why would you call yourself a gang? I mean, goddamn.
Listen,
they just telling you. They telling them straight up now.
Listen, if you punch it up in your phone, it's gonna pop up. All you got to do is punch in the Gang of Eight. You understand? And it's crazy because we were always the ones that were scapegoated and called the gang. You understand what they called us? The super predators.
Super predator. Can I also add this? Like, not only are these calling themselves a gang or what have you, but this dream this American dream, you know what I'm saying, that Martin Luther King said he had or what have you, it is definitely a nightmare. Not only a nightmare to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, but a nightmare to the entire world.
Right.
To the entire earth, to other nations, to the water, to the creatures, to the sea creatures, to the animals. These people need to be put in a box and controlled.
Yes.
You understand? This is they are a cancer to the earth. Now understand this. This dream, these people are in this dream. They are the boogeyman in your dream.
Right.
They are the boogeyman in your in this reality. And with that propaganda and with the control over media and information and perspectives that's forced in these articles and these streams and these and on these networks, everybody's looking at it like it's BS now. Like the scriptures say, Matham, the man of sin is being revealed. Like the propaganda is starting to like unravel like slowly.
Right.
People starting to look and say like, yo, this, even though the liberals, and we're going to get into Donald Trump's ratings. We're going to get into it. We might go over the time a little bit because of the minor late start. But his ratings right now is 62% negative disapproval right now.
Yeah.
But the propaganda, and this is just another attempt to slander another people, and then meanwhile y'all in talks and negotiations with Mexico. But this is the thing you got to recognize and understand. They don't care about treaties and contracts and agreements.
Right. They'll
slander anybody to make them look like the good guy.
Right.
So here we go again. Another story about with more Shalom to everybody that checked into Shalom Sister Rawad. But just another story here of the propaganda and the slander to make them look like the good guy
Right.
here in Mexico.
Yep.
So I go. I bet my thumb. Go ahead.
Of course, that's what America does. America has been doing that since the beginning. America has made us always look like we were the criminals, just so they could come in and further destroy us in the ways that they have. So much so that we don't even know our own history. We know the history that America has given us. You understand? We don't know where we from. We don't know anything before slavery. Nothing before slavery. And it's a damn shame because you got countries that can go back 2, 3, 4,000 years. They got 4,000, 5,000 years of history. Shalom, Lord Christ, what's going on, Alazar?
Alazar in the building.
Other countries got 4 or 5. They talking about the history of Iran that they trying to destroy over there now. That's 3,000 and 4,000 years old. They trying to destroy their history. They got Iran is, if anybody knows, Iran is Persia. Mm-hmm. You understand? Iran is Persia in the Bible. Persia has history beyond history. You understand? And
that's who the 300 was fighting.
Yeah.
Don't fake Israelites. Oh, so we was the 300. I don't know history.
Right.
I remember we had to correct the whole world.
Right.
The 300 was like that movie. I ain't on the side track.
No, go ahead.
No, like that came out like what 10, 15 years ago. I remember when it came out. I remember like the school had to come out.
Right.
And like, oh, y'all gotta understand history. This is who the Persians was.
Right.
This is who they was white men against
the Greeks.
It was Greeks against Arabs.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's basically what it was.
Yeah, basically. You understand?
But
everybody Arabs today.
Everybody and it's bad because every time we see somebody that's powerful and that's a hero, we always want to be that. You understand? Whether it be good or whether it be bad. And if you think about the Greeks and the Spartans and their man-boy love, you wouldn't want to be that. You understand what I'm saying? And that was a part of their history. An older man would always take on a younger boy. You understand? And of course, we know how the Greeks are. You understand? If you see all of these, what they call them, those Greek, when they pledge in Greek, fraternities. You see how all the stuff coming out on those fraternities, especially those omegas. You understand?
Oh yeah, they the gayest.
Yeah.
That's they the gayest.
Yeah,
that's what I heard. Right?
You
like? No, I'm too old. What's that? Ribble? I'm too old.
You gotta watch your heart with that. Right. Okay. You're right. I could dig it. You understand? But if you start looking into that Greek history, and then the thing about it is, this was crazy to me, is because they show it on the History Channel all the time, and they don't cut no cards with it either. You understand? And if you start looking at that, you start like, oh no, that wasn't us. You understand what I'm saying? Walking around in togas. You understand? Hugged up with another man. You understand? That's
they all on some gayness.
Yeah, always
with their what is it called? Not rituals, but initiations.
Yeah,
that's not the word. It's illegal. Oh, damn.
Hazing.
There's a bunch of gay hazing.
Yeah. Yep.
And listen, if y'all out there and y'all in them fraternities, listen, man, it's your time to get up out of there, man. Don't fall for the peer pressure. And you know what I'm saying? Don't fall for the peer pressure and the looks and you can just be a regular dude and get them women.
Yep.
You can be. You just gotta walk the campus. They. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You ain't gotta get a fake crew with you to start doing on some more wild twisting and turning and
jumping and stuff.
What's that movie? What's that movie in the 90s, man? That was before. What's that movie? You know what I'm talking about?
The Spike Lee joint.
Yeah, the Spike Lee joint. With
School Days.
But it was another one. Was it?
That's
the one with the dances.
Yeah, School Days when they was doing the pledge.
Later, the one with
Lawrence Fishburne.
No, with the light skinned dude with the hot top. This is before my time. I'm trying to get it.
That's what I'm talking about. With Lawrence Fishburne was in.
No, not that one. That one, it was about pledging and all that stuff. That was a wild movie to be. Oh, that was wild. It was another one. It was a Kid and Play, and it was coming up against the frat dudes.
ain't never watched a kid play with that.
It was another. Am I talking about the same movie then? I don't know. This is before my time.
But you know, that's when they had Spike Lee in there pledging, and they was in there, Big Brother Almighty, all that type of shit. You know, he was a little Pee Wee.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's lucky for the we kind of we kind of diverted, but all that's a part of it. All of that is a part of what's going on.
Right.
Everything that's going on right now, the propaganda, the war, the international turmoil is for our liberation.
Right.
So sometimes we might venture off into another conversation, but it's all tied in together. And really, what we got to recognize and understand is that this is our time to pull away from the fraternities.
Right.
Pull away from Christianity. Pull away from politics.
Yep.
You know, you want to go get a little bit more of this article?
Yeah, let's get a little bit. I don't think we got into. We didn't even get started.
Listen, I know we started. Listen.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, man.
Listen. Go ahead.
You want to get a mic for down there? This one might be closer, yeah. I was not gonna get this mic. Just bring it to the table with you. Come on.
Slide. Slide if I could.
Bring it to the table.
Where my nephew at?
Where's the rock? He was out. I know.
The doctors.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Slide if I could. I wanted to bring out, like, even with Esau's military, they say, and I had to look this up. I know General Young brought it up before, but like when you cross the equator, with them, like how they do with hazing at the schools, they do a ritual with them. Like when you cross the equator on them ships, I mean not on the ships, like on them choppers, they do all types of sexual crudeness to each other. Yeah, and it's like it's one of those things. Like if you look, I looked it up. You know what I mean? They, chat. Try to be nice, you know what I mean, sometimes. And she was like, well, sometimes there are some things that happen. Right. So sometimes you gotta yell at her like as a woman. You got just give me the honest truth. Like, was it a bunch of LGBT activities going on? Right. Finally, she was like, yes, there were. It was people were looking, they started to look into it and they're trying to stop it. She didn't say stop it, they trying to stop it. So even with the military, the people that's defending America. Right. You know what I mean? And they having LGBT fun at the expense of men that are in that community.
Again, if you think about it, right, America has always been a sexual deviant when it comes to the military, right? Because they said, what is it? Let's see. 3 out of 5, or I want to say 4 out of 10 get sexually assaulted in there. I actually know 2 of them that it happened to. You understand? And
it's a whole lot of rape going on.
Well,
in the U.S. military.
Think about the girl that got unalived out there in Afghanistan. Sister, you understand? And then they said that they poured acid on her genitals to get rid of the DNA. Now think about this, right? Think about this. We have no DNA on any of those Arabs over there. So who could be trying to get rid of their DNA? You understand what I'm saying? An Arab not going to do that because you don't got no DNA check on them over there. You understand? So it can only be somebody in the military. And this is what they do. They said her jaw was broken. Her eye socket was cracked. She had broken ribs. Come on, man. Think about it. Mm-hmm. Come on, man. They totally destroyed that system. You understand? And they had a sister on the internet a few weeks ago was talking about telling the sisters not to join them about what's happening in there. And like I said, I know 2 sisters that it happened to. Mm-hmm. You understand? And it's a terrible thing in there. You understand? And then when you go to report something like that, they cover that up. Yeah. And if it gets bad enough, you'll disappear out in the desert. You understand? And they'll tell your people, oh, he was in a battle and this happened.
Right.
Think about what's happening in there. You understand? If they want to unalive you, they can at any time once you become their property. Because when you join the military force, you pledge your allegiance to them. You belong to them.
Okay.
You understand? And this is how they indoctrinate us when they have us pledging allegiance to the flag of a country that cares nothing about us.
If I could, but they're a bunch of thugs.
Yeah.
And they keeping it under wraps just like criminals try to do.
Right.
Or what have you. But this is a little bit more organized criminals here.
Yeah.
U.S. military, Marines, the Navy, the Air Force.
Yep.
They doing a bunch of raping. Let's call it what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They're a bunch of sexual deviants. They raping on the base. They raping in basic training. They raping their sisters, the people in the military. They raping prisoners of war. They go over to Iraq and Iran and Afghanistan. And they doing a whole bunch of raping. Fight for justice and liberty and peace. Saluting the flag.
Right.
Meanwhile, you saluting, you think, thank you for your service. Thank you. He over there raping.
Yep. Yeah.
He over there raping.
Just imagine.
And you know, the stories with the Gaza, the Gaza Strip, they was big trying to force the IDF and the Israeli defense people or what have you. They was rushing to get up in and get up in them Arab men and women and children.
They said most of their stories is them raping men in the prison.
Uh-huh.
How can and listen, you know that's the biggest country open to the LGBTQ is Israel.
Oh, how can I forget? We should pull that up today too. It's coming up soon too. They got the biggest one.
We did that in the class a couple months back. With the little festival they have over there.
You got to pull that up.
Yeah.
You got to pull it because they got the biggest one, the biggest gay parade international.
That's what we talk about that. We talking about that.
And now it's coming up again.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Tucker Carlson was speaking on. I saw a clip on Twitter, or not Twitter, the other one, TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
He was bringing it up. So
yeah, I got him. I'm subscribed to him. I listen to his joint all the time. He brought that up to one of the guys. So I heard that. Yeah. Yep. Because you know he flip flop now. He used to be one of their number one supporters, and then just before what's his name? What's the one that got unalived? The white guy. Charlie Kirk. Just before he got unalived, him and Tucker Carlson started going in reverse on Israel. Started questioning everything that they was doing. Started questioning why the United States is doing that. You understand? Because what's happening is they're losing money too. Not like we are. But when the oppressor starts to lose money, the oppressor begins to question, you understand, is what we doing right now? Look at them now. Blockading the streets of a move, right? The blockade they doing really not a blockade of substance, because they talk about when they pull one ship over, you still got like 30 of them still getting past. You understand what I'm saying? So it's really not a blockade. It's a thing of let's see what we can hijack. You understand? This is the Pirates of the Caribbean right here. Right there in the Gulf Strip. You understand? That's what's happening down there. And America is that rabid animal fighting to stay alive. You understand? I'm gonna read this article. So we ain't even gotten to the article yet. It says the governor of a Mexican state who was accused by the United States of ties to drug trafficking said on Friday he was temporarily stepping down to facilitate the investigation. Sonora Governor Ruben Roca Moya and 9 others were charged by the United States Justice Department this week for working with the notorious Sonora cartel to distribute massive quantities of narcotics to the United States. Now, think about this, right, Salakia, sir? If I may, they went into Venezuela, right? And they took control of Maduro, brought them back out and did what they did, right? Let me ask a question. Why didn't they do that to Mexico? Mexico was bordering us, right?
Right.
Why didn't they go into Mexico like they did Venezuela? Now, of course, they said Venezuela, the drugs that come out of Venezuela is minuscule. It doesn't even scratch the surface. You understand?
And that cartels was supplying the East.
Right. Think about this.
They wasn't even supplying the U.S. like that.
Right. They wasn't even supplying the U.S. like that. But I don't know if you remember when they began to bring up that Mexico thing a few months back, that the Mexican cartel said they waiting for America to come in here with the troops. So when you got a nation of people that are ready to fight back and fight you just like you fight other people, you understand? America goes into weak countries. And if you think about what they did to those 30 Cuban security people that Maduro had from, what's the name? How did America get in there, unalive 30 of them without losing a man? You understand what I'm saying? And again, America, what's the scriptures, Cap? The words of his mouth are smoother than butter, but wars in his heart. They talked their way in there, made everybody feel comfortable, and then unalived who they felt like unaliving. Because that's what America does. America never comes and tells you, oh, this is what we're coming to do, and do just what they say they're going to do. America comes under the cover of night. America comes under the guise of propaganda, just like Cap said in the beginning. You understand? Roca Moya, a member of the Mexican president Claudia Sheinbaum's left-leaning, listen, you heard that name right there? Claudia Sheinbaum. President Claudia Sheinbaum's left-leaning Morena party. Ain't that a so-called Jew? Claudia Sheinbaum.
I'm not sure.
I believe it is. But a member of the Mexican president Claudia Sheinbaum's left-leaning Morena party has decreed the allegations as false and malicious. At least 3 officials changed in the indictment were affiliated with Morena. I informed the people of Sonora that today I submitted to the state Congress my request for a temporary leave from the position of governor, he said in a YouTube video late Friday. Sheinbaum said Thursday that Mexico will extradite officials to the U.S. only if given irrefutable evidence of cartel links. The president said this was the first time the U.S. had made narco trafficking charges public against the sitting governor or high-ranking official. Well, they did the same thing to Maduro. Understand? Go ahead.
If I guys want to let you know you was right, she's Jewish.
Yeah.
Guys,
he's Jewish.
You
understand? And this is what America does. America also, once they topple or bring down the power in any country, they always place their own people in the positions of power so that they can come in at any time and do what they want. I don't think it's going to be that easy with Mexico, though. Mexico's a different beast. You understand what I'm saying? And for them to have really the real cartel, and I'm not saying that there are no other real cartel, but they loaded with cartels in Mexico. You understand? And you damn near have to get permission to go to different parts of Mexico. You got to get permission from that cartel to come through different parts. You understand? Remember the sister, the two guys and the 2 girls that got caught up in that thing down in Mexico, and 2 of them got unalived. And then the cartel came forward and said it was a mistake and gave up the cartel that did it. This was they went down to get the sister went down to get the BBL. And they got caught up in a cartel thing, and 2 of them got unalived. And the United States said something about it. And the cartel actually came forward and brought the dudes that really did it.
Right.
And gave them to the United States.
Right.
You understand? So even the United States had to get permission. You understand? And they couldn't even come in. They brought them to the line and gave them up. You understand what I'm saying? So that's a different beast right there.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? That's a different animal right
100%.
there. So I'm not saying what the United States can do, but they handle people differently. You see how they handle smaller countries. You understand? You see how they handle the smaller countries. Then when you got a country that's just as much as of a beast as you are, they handle them and they talk to them differently. You understand? They feeling the thing from Iran right now. You understand? Iran got all the cards. So we hearing a lot of propaganda from the United States. You understand?
100%. Everybody online, make sure y'all hit that like. You understand? We see y'all watching, man. Don't be scared to hit that like. Subscribe. Don't be a roach. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get the breakdown here. Yeah, go ahead, man. Yeah, hit that like, man. We know y'all love us. Go ahead, hit that like. Show us some love here.
And listen, all you got to do is watch what America's doing, and you look at it with a clear eye of what America does to these countries, and you'll see that that's the same thing that they have done to us. You understand? It's nothing no different. It's just on a bigger scale. We basically are America's petri dish. Whenever they want to try something out, they try it right on us first, and then they go out. I mean, think about it, right? How many doors have America kicked in and took people up out of there, and it been the wrong people, and then they been locked up for 40 or 50 years, and then they release them? You understand? Oh, charges are dropped. You understand what I'm saying? This is just what America does. This is just a part of their tapestry. You understand what I'm saying? It's a part of what they do. It's embedded in their DNA, and we are the only ones that don't recognize it. You understand? And I'm saying us as blacks and Hispanics as a whole. Here in the ISUPK, we are taught and we are trained to recognize things like that. And what we do is we come back and we inform our people. You understand? So the blinders can be taken off so we can recognize the danger that stands before us. You understand? The scripture, just like he said, the scripture says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. We got to stop listening to the oppressor. You understand? Now, I'm not saying not to listen to your oppressor on your job. You know what I mean? He's going to tell you what to do right because he need his product to go out. You understand? But we talking about looking at us in the news, hearing about things happening, even believing the things that are going on in your neighborhood and believing that it's us that's causing the problem. You understand? So like, y'all yield, sir.
You want to drop the article?
Come, let's drop that.
So I'm gonna say something.
Hey, if y'all want to, y'all can go in that CBS News and pull up that article and read a little bit more into that article with the Mexican governor stepping down. You understand? It's the Mexican governor from Sonolo, Mexico. You understand? Just check out that article, read into it, and you understand? Be more informed. And this is the reason why with the One West News Desk we come in, because we like to inform our people and get our people up to speed, because a lot of the times we are the nation of people that are lacking in information and understanding. And we're the first ones that get clunked over the head because we don't know what's going on. I yield, sir.
No sweat. I sent you an article. I sent it to you too.
Come.
So just so you can see it. Let's get a little bit into international. And really, if I could, just to piggyback on Don just said, we've been saturated with a bunch of Meg Thee Stallion, Klay Thompson, saturated with Drewski skits. He better host the BET Awards. What else we been saturated? Just a bunch of filth.
Yeah.
Online, he's like, you can't escape it.
Yeah.
And we get distracted and blinded by, pop culture when the world is crumbling. The world as we know it is crumbling and falling into a ditch of no return.
Right.
A place of no return.
What they call it, a Rubicon.
A Rubicon, falling into a Rubicon, whatever that's a new word for me.
Yeah, Rubicon.
But a place of no return. We've been in a Great Depression since for a long time. Really, it really heightened in that so-called pandemic. The extortion was ridiculous, and then the extortion just never stopped. It just kept going up and up and up. Rent going up, insurance going up, everything, groceries going up. I don't know anybody that's not fighting for overtime.
Right.
I don't know anybody that ain't got a second job. I don't know anybody that ain't doing that right now. You know why? It's because the white man is the goddamn devil.
About that.
It's because the white man is the devil and he's extorting us. They raised the prices of the fuel before the barrels of oil prices went up coming through the strait. Meaning the gas that was already here, we're gonna start marking it up ASAP.
Right.
You already bought first of all, you already bought that oil, processed the oil, and the gas is in the ground at the gas station. Why is that gas at the gas station now high?
Right.
That already made the trip. I mean, we talking about extortion on another level, and we just accept it. Well, the gas prices are high. The war just started. Yep. A pack of Oreos now $10. The war just started.
Is it?
Well, probably close to it now at this point.
I had to get off of them things.
Yeah, same. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. Go ahead.
Like, if I could, right after the pandemic, the barber prices went up. It went up because they said, you know what, we won't have to wear masks. It was dangerous to come in and you know what I mean, cut your hair.
Yeah.
But right after the mandate went away,
they ain't stopped.
The prices stayed up there.
Prices was going to stay.
Guys, if I may, it's heavy that you brought that out now, right? Because what did they say about the gas prices? They asked the analyst the other day. They said, well, once the gas starts coming through the Straits of Hormuz and everything goes back to normal, he said, will the gas prices go down? He said, no. He said, now listen. He said, this is the reason why. He said, because the gas price is going to be up so long that everybody's going to get used to that price. So they're gonna keep the prices right where they are, even if the gas starts to flow back to normal, they're gonna keep the prices there. This is a what they call it. This is a
tactic.
It's a tactic used when you're in a system called capitalism. You understand? Capitalism is about making as much money as you can. And they say they would be fools to bring the price down when everybody is used to the price. Think about it, right? We at 430, we at 433 right now, right there on Harford Road, the Shell station at Harford Road, 433 right now.
Sure.
You understand? Just a month ago, it was at 319. Think about it. Think about the jump in a month and a half. You understand what I'm saying? So we at 433. I like big trucks, right? I'm going to pay that, but it's going to hurt. And the thing about it is they're going to get you so used to it that 433 is going to be normal. It's going to be normalized. So now 433 going to be regular and then everything else going to be 5 something. Already in California, it's 750 something. Imagine that.
And let me ask y'all this, right? Ain't nobody getting paid more but them.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody. We just working more.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, we need the money so much. We damn near taking a loss.
Yep.
Listen, man, I don't know. I'm just used to being in a negative now. I'm just okay. Yeah, it is what it is. I figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
We just trying to stay above water, right? But the thing about it is, capitalism works in a way such so that they have to keep the slaves alive.
Real quick, it's legal extortion.
Yeah, legal extortion. But they let you make enough just to keep you alive, but to have you keep coming back. To have you, I need another job. You understand? Well, I got to stay at work a little bit longer. I got to work a little bit more overtime. You can't get that overtime. Well, I got to take that second job. Your mind is in other places now. It's not focusing on the real issue. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the whole purpose of capitalism, is to get you not to focus on the people who really squeezing your pockets, but making you believe like, man, it's hard out here. It's not. It's thievery out here. You understand? It's propaganda out here, and they make the issue look like. Remember when they was talking about the Mexicans is over here taking our jobs? What jobs? You understand? And what I'm saying to you is think about this. We've been here, and I'm talking about the so-called Negroes in America. We've been here, been under slavery, and been in slavery. Not to say that the Hispanics haven't, because they have too. But which of us is going out there to pick oranges and apples off of them trees? Which of us is going out there to mow a whole block of lawns? You understand what I'm saying? These is Hispanics doing the jobs that we refuse to do. They're not stealing no jobs. And not only that, the jobs that they are getting, they being given to them by the oppressor. So the oppressor come out there and say, oh, they stealing black jobs. They ain't stealing no black jobs. You understand what I'm saying? So they do that propaganda thing to have us battling against each other and not looking at the real problem.
And that's been rising up a lot. That's been rising up a lot lately.
Yeah.
The strife between the so-called strife between blacks and Hispanics, that's a created calamity.
Right.
And really, you know what I'm saying? Blacks and Hispanics and American Indians, we are the hardest working people that I love.
Yep.
I don't want no white folk on top of my roof. I don't want, like, I see these, I be watching these videos,
Did you see the house?
They be on a roof, tape measure, boom, 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 yell it down. He just throw a piece of wood up and he just, I'm like, gosh, call them niggas.
Listen.
Call them niggas for the roof. Because look, if I could, we on a different level when it comes to work ethic.
Yeah.
When it comes to work, matter of fact, every job I've ever had, all of the palm colored people was the laziest.
Yep.
The laziest, unathletic, just like you making the job worse. Yeah. So go ahead. You better explode.
Now.
Go ahead.
It's like that right now. It's like that right now. And when you be looking around, just like I said, I told you, I ain't telling nobody last 2 months ago, I got employee of the month, right?
Right.
I say, yo, it took me to get to this age to get employee of the month. I see people getting employee of the month. I see that on TV.
Right.
You know what I mean? I see that on the news. I ain't never think it happened because we don't get nothing like that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, we know who working hard, but we be at work like, that bullshit, man. That he don't even do nothing. You know what I mean? Right. You know how we be doing, right? And we for real. This is real, you know what I mean? We all know who the workers of the earth are. We've been doing it too long not to be called that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And the Hispanics, we look at the Hispanics, I be looking at them like, yo, them niggas.
You got it.
Especially when it comes to cementing, when it comes to laying concrete, when it comes to building walls and stuff like that. Yo, they got carpentry. Listen, any kind of carpentry, yo, they got it.
Not only that, listen, and the thing is, we work so hard, right? If I could.
Yeah.
When I say we, I'm talking about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians alike, right?
Right.
We work so hard, other fields get overlooked.
Yeah.
Medical field, doctors, dentists, practitioners, lawyers, mathematicians, scientists, all time educators. We, even being slaves, we excel above to a place where it's surprising how we got there.
Yeah. Even
after civil rights, everything's been diminished so much still, and we still excel it. It's like, how can the people be so oppressed, so pushed in the corner, that they always find a way to strive in the midst of something so horrific.
Think about this, right?
You know what I mean?
Did you see the slack you, sir?
Please.
Did you see the sister the other day that graduated and became a doctor? And now she's a doctor at the hospital that she was a janitor at.
Yo, I didn't see that one, but I saw another one.
I saw that.
It was a brother in a school.
Right.
In the school, he was a janitor, became the principal.
Yeah, exactly. That's us right there.
Yo,
The sister, they gave her her assignment, and she looked at it, and it was the very place that she was just last week working there as a janitor, and now she's a doctor, and they got her name on the door.
Right.
Come on, man. Yeah. That's how amazing we are. Think about this, right? Remember when the scandal went on I ain't even gonna say a couple of years, but what was that, 2 years ago, when they was finding out all of those white kids was their parents was paying
for their tuition. Yeah, it was the celebrities and all them, right?
Paying for them to get.
Was it UCLA?
It was a couple of different colleges.
It was like the big.
It was a couple of different colleges because they was paying the school to give them their doctorate or their degree. They wasn't even smart enough to get it. And we sit and we believe.
And they was getting scholarships.
That's what I'm talking about.
It was like doing like fucking canoeing, some fucking like some. My dad, I'm cussing. I'm gonna get a call later. No, a canoeing like a canoeing scholarship.
Right.
Man, it was
some bull. Yeah, but I mean, wait a minute. Now, damn, I want to switch up the subject, man, because we getting heavy. Because I'm only saying that because remember when the Brett Favre thing went, right?
Right.
How about the sister that just got the snaps? She just got locked up for the snaps, stealing over $70,000 in snap funds. But this motherfucker stole free millions and got his daughter school. Built his daughter's school. What was that, a soccer field? Come on, man. And he's still walking around. She stole $70,000 in snap funds. And I don't even want to say she stole it. She came in contact with it. You understand what I'm saying? 70,000 over millions. This dude stole millions in funds. You understand? From us. And she already got the orange jumpsuit on. That's crazy. You understand? We got to know listen, we said that in the class one day, when you living in somebody else's house, you got to live by their rules. Regardless of what you do, they can do whatever they want. They can kick their feet up on the couch and everything. But as soon as you do that, you get kicked out. You understand what I'm saying? You got to live by their rules, and living under our oppressor. We have to live by the rules of our oppressor, not to say that we have to follow those same rules. You understand? Customs. There we go. We don't have to follow those customs. You understand? But we are subject to our oppressor. You understand? And once you become familiar with your oppressor to the point where you begin to follow your oppressor, that's when they got the clamps on you. This is the reason why we come into the UPK, so that we don't have to follow the customs of our oppressor. We don't have to follow in the footsteps. And as long as we're not breaking the oppressor's laws, we good. That's the reason why I'm here. So I don't have to break the laws of the oppressor, but I can follow the Most High, and we can follow these laws, statutes, and commandments and bring the rest of our brothers out and sisters into this heaven. You understand? Heaven is being able to do what you want to. Listen, what's the law? 1638 Maryland Doctrine of Exclusion. Think about this, right? Because we gave up everything. You said that earlier, right? The Maryland Doctrine of Exclusion says no slave, descendant of a slave, or black person shall enjoy the fruits of white society. Look at everything that we don't have. We don't teach our own children. But one thing, right? We had to send them to the oppressor to learn. And when they go to the oppressor to learn, what did we just say earlier? They had to pledge their allegiance to the oppressor. It's the same thing the scriptures say. We are in want of all things, right? We got to go to the oppressor for food. We got to go to them for war. We got to go to them for work. We got to go to them for clothing. It's nothing that we can't go. It's nothing that we can go to each other for. We have to go to the oppressor for. You understand? This is the reason why Command General Yohan is building this kingdom right now under the Most High. You understand what I'm saying? This is the reason why we doing exactly what we doing right now. This is the reason why we go to them Passovers every year. Hopefully next year, this year, we was hoping this year would have been that last Passover. You understand what I'm saying?
It was raining. I was like, hold up.
Yeah. It might happen.
I'm like, listen, yo, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
But I mean, think we are in want of all things. And the only way we come up out of that being in want of all things is following the law, statutes, and commandments, coming back and relying on our people. Think about this, right? When the children of Israel came up out of Egypt, they had to rely on each other. That's the thing that we don't do. We don't rely on each other. We stay. Dathan came up out of Israel with the Israelites, right? He was an Israelite, but he didn't want to leave up out of Egypt. Why? Because he had a place of stature. You understand? He was under the oppressor, but he was over most of the Israelites. What does the scripture say? The scriptures say what? Oppression maketh a wise man mad, but a gift destroyeth the heart. And when you want to stay under your oppressor, your heart is destroyed. Your mind is totally gone. You understand? And us as a people, we got to get back to these laws, statutes, and commandments so that we are not destroyed as a nation. You understand? I yield, sir.
That's what. Let's get I want 2 more articles. Yeah, 2 more.
All right, okay, come on.
2 more.
Right. You want to read?
Alazar got it right.
Come on, sir.
Let's get it. I'm gonna share this on the screen. You go ahead when you're ready, though.
Come on. This is from CNN World. U.S. and Iranian militaries trade shots as Strait of Hormuz tensions escalate.
Right, so y'all can go ahead and forget about that ceasefire, right? We're gonna be diplomatic. We're gonna be diplomatic, and we're gonna come down to a solution. We're in negotiations with Pakistan, right? It was Pakistan that was doing it in the middle.
Yep.
Pakistan is talking to them X, Y, and Z. Listen, man, they want blood, yeah. Yeah, why do we even think this is gonna get better? I just can't wait for it to get real worse. I'm praying for a nuke. Somebody shoot something in the air. Somebody, y'all ever seen like the memes when like back in the day, brothers put their shoulder on each other, shoulder to shoulder. Do something.
Yeah. You remember that?
Yeah.
That's old school, right? Yeah. Go ahead.
Do something. Go ahead. Oh, you ain't gonna do nothing.
No, you hit me first.
You gonna swing.
Hit me first.
I bet you won't swing.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'm like, these man, they bluffing.
Bumping shoulders.
They bumped Iran is bumping shoulders. Israelis bumping. Somebody dropped the joint. You're.
Yo, I can't believe we did that shit back in the day. Yo.
That shit was silly.
You hit me first. Oh,
we was silly, right? Back it was only in school though.
Yeah.
At the school, like
at school.
Like, all right. We fighting for real. We ain't doing all that. It was all theatrical. Iran and America and Israelis and all these cats, they being theatrical holding back, but people is dying and suffering and everything.
Yep.
But let's get down, yo.
Yeah.
Let's get down. But you know what the Lord said? Hold up, wait. Got a couple cats down there in West Side Bar. When they gotta get right, they gotta get in school first.
Yeah.
They gotta get in the school. They got a cats over the West Side now, so they gotta get some cats in the school.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta think about it like that also. We can't. Can I get a? I'm gonna do a damn breakdown in it. Let's go on because we gonna ramble. But all the scriptures say, although it tarry, it does not delay.
Right.
So it's coming. We just gotta. Hey, we just watching. You understand? So that's what that is right now. So
right.
We talk about it comedically, but that's a real feeling to want it to end. Seeing the suffering. I mean, we in a depression like no other right now. We're in a depression like no other, and we was already at the bottom, and then we in the worst depression.
Yeah.
I mean, goddamn. I
think we've been oppressed for so long, Cap. A lot of us don't even realize we being oppressed.
100%.
It's just
normalized.
Yeah,
it's normalized.
A homeborn slave.
Homeborn slave. Is you a homeborn slave? Come on. So it's like, let's tighten up. Let's get right. You understand? Let's get our people right. Let's get right. Let's raise a nation, raise an army, and the Lord just might get that order. Hey man, y'all good? Y'all go. Let's get rocking.
Right.
And then them bombs go off, and you know that sky crack, and that. That's what we're looking at. And that ceasefire, it's looking like it's BS. So it's escalating. It's escalating. It's escalating. It's like a TV show that you know where it's headed to, right? And you checking in every. What's your favorite show? What day it come? My favorite show right now is I've been watching Abbott Elementary. But they just ended their season though. But you know where it's going, and he's like, man, I can't wait till the show come on. You tuning in the next day, boom. It's like I'm tuning into the news. What's next? Because we know the ending. We know where the series is going to end at. And it's like, bro, man, come on, let's make it happen. I mean, me personally, we it's prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Go ahead. I mean, I mean to ramble, y'all. Y'all cut me off anytime.
That's why my rib got 2 TVs next to each other because I be watching CNN all day. Yeah. Hell no, I got watch.
Right.
I turn it on to CNN. You know, what I mean? Watch just what's going on. You know what I mean? If I could get. It's a lot of them international channels too.
Right.
Be going through them Al Jazeera.
I
mean, so, it was a time that I wouldn't know none of that bull.
Yo, you remember growing up, you thought news was gross. Man, I want to see this.
Listen, my mother, man, we had one TV. We had one TV in the house, man. And as soon as she came in, the cartoons went off, man. I was pissed. She want to come in and watch the news, yo. Oh my God! You know, I never.
And then look, we doing a new show.
Yo, right?
We the news now.
I never thought I'd come in and be talking about news and oh my God! Listen, I'm a be real with you.
Listen.
Coming into the truth is really what made me get into watching the news.
Right?
You understand? Because when you start finding out things, and then especially when Commander General Yohana, General Mahim, and the generals, they be talking about stuff, and you're like, yo, where the hell they heard that from? Like, and then one of them will say something like, oh, I gotta go check that out because I don't watch no news. You know what I mean? And then
you gotta be tuned in.
You gotta be tuned in, and then when you start finding out, and then you start looking at the world different, and you start coming out of that I love America thing, because I was definitely I love America.
Right.
You understand? Number one. You understand? We number one. I mean, I thought wearing
USA.
I thought wearing the red, white, and blue was country on the 4th of July, but I still was a USA. We number one. And then they start saying, well, look, why is this happening? And then you start listening to the generals and the captains and everybody speaking, and you like, hold up, yo, that shit not right. Sloggy, that ain't right. You know what I mean? And then you start looking and like, yo, that's right. My rib, when we first come, oh man, here you go with that again. Now what she be doing, trying to quote scriptures, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Come on, man. It's like, yo, it's contagious in a good way, because your eyes get open to the truth. We think we living in the truth of America when we not. We living in the propaganda. And then what we doing is we're infesting our children in the same propaganda. And it goes from generation to generation to generation. These generations right here is where it stops at. Look at the babies that's being raised up now. Look at your son. Look how that man speak. You understand what I'm saying? I heard him out there when we was in the Passover. Did you hear him saying the prayers? Yo, it's in his spirit, yo. You know what I mean? That's what made me want to go have another baby.
All right.
You know, at this age, I think I could do it.
So Chris, damn right.
Coming off like, man, every time I tell him, right, he had another one like, yo, I want to go. Babe, come on, we gotta go home, babe. We gotta go home, baby. Yo, Cap is getting bathed. The rock. I was live, baby. Everybody having babies now.
Mark just said it.
But listen,
hanging
it's the best thing in the world to raise a kid up in the truth. You understand? And to get them to understand the hell that we really living in and not be blinded. It's a hell of a thing, you know? Where we at, Cap?
Get some more of this article.
Come. Trump warned that Iranian forces would be blown off the face of the earth.
See that threat? He ain't talking about just he's talking about Iran in general. He's talking about a nuke.
Right.
He's talking about nuclear warfare. Think about the terminology that he's using.
Right.
Blown off of the face of the earth. He's talking about nuclear warfare.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Okay. Salaki, if I may, sir,
please.
Before you hit that, you know he was asking for the nuclear code a couple of weeks ago. He dead serious. And listen, when you have an unstable oppressor as he is, you understand, this is what they do. You understand, the first thing they look for is a gun or something to wipe the thing that they can't wipe away with strength. They use, you understand, they use
extraordinary tactics.
They go to extraordinary lengths to do that. You understand? And that's him. He doesn't have a strong spirit in him. So he going to use something that he don't have to get close to you. He can just wipe you out. And that's the oppressor. Remember the Native American Indians, they fighting hand to hand. They fighting with knives. They fighting with, arrows. But the oppressor say, I ain't getting that close. I'm going to use a gun.
Right.
You understand? Because they don't have that warrior in them for real. They project it. They play it, but they're not it.
All right. And that they showed that throughout war after war after war.
Yeah.
Letting everybody find out. All right, let me hop in now. They dropped this nuke over here in Japan. 2 of them, by the way.
Yep, 3 days apart.
Let Germany get down with these other cats for a while. Then I'm gonna hop in.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's they tech. They a bunch of cowards.
Yep.
And what we seeing now is an administration and people in power that are arrogant and dumb.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing. I think it's some Tylenol.
I'm gonna take some Tylenol.
Is it still over there? I think so. But the arrogant. No, I'm gonna talk for a minute. But they're arrogant and dumb.
Right.
You understand? And the Lord made them that way. Just like the Lord made Pharaoh arrogant and dumb in his calamity.
Right.
Yo, everybody in the region died that was the firstborn. Animal, insects. Gone, wiped out, and then you want to go back and try to fight that? You dumb love? Right. How dumb can you be? And look at Trump scrambling for oil. He's scrambling for oil, scrambling for resources. And what was it, Iceland or Greenland?
Greenland.
Scrambling for resources in Greenland. Scrambling here, scrambling there. Right now, we're gonna get this here soon too. Scrambling for Spirit Airlines. We're gonna get that last article next. You know what the offer was up for Spirit? We're gonna get that next. The offer was for Spirit Airlines.
What was that?
They was gonna give them $500 million to continue, right? But in return, 90% of the stocks and take half of their arsenal for military gain.
That's rape.
Yeah, that's extortion.
Yeah, that's extortion.
So the better deal for Spirit was to what, man? We got to liquidate. We got shareholders. We got to pay X, Y, Z. But that's neither here nor there. But we're gonna get some more.
That's why Biden vetoed that merger with JetBlue and Spirit back in 2024. They were supposed to have been good. They would have been good.
And then really they was like, oh, and then the administration was like, oh no, we got to pay America back first, but they haven't, like, that's not business.
Right.
You have investors and then Ford paid them back in, record time.
Right.
They wasn't trying to offer the same deal with Spirit Airlines.
Right.
Why? Who knows? But I know 17,000 workers are out of work today.
Yep.
Just imagine your entire company you just got to figure it out. I mean, pilots, who else? People at the counter.
Yep.
What's the people that walk? Flight attendants.
Yep. They was just talking about the coffee spot at the joint where you go into the Spirit Airline. They said they were packing their stuff up. And think about it, right? I mean, they're gonna be painting planes. You know what I mean? Giving them to other, airline companies and stuff like that.
What's the other one? Frontier,
yep. Delta, American Airlines.
Yep.
So
I
mean,
they got to liquidate.
Well, think about the passengers. Think about the people who had a flight that day.
They scrambling. Yeah. It's a whole ordeal because the greediness of this administration. Yeah. And when I say administration, doesn't mean I want to fight for another administration. They think as soon as you're against this administration that you're for enough, all of it's garbage. Like they get it twisted with them. I want to think, listen, I ain't on no side.
Right.
You know what I mean? We ain't on no side, you understand?
Because they all for each other at the end of the day. They for each other.
But think about I want to get the Spirit after this though.
Okay.
But like I kind of brought it up prematurely.
Right.
But I got an article on it though. So
okay.
Don't worry though. It's a lot. Good.
Taking this.
Oh yeah, let's finish this though.
If they target us, U.S. ships. Meanwhile, Iran's attacks on the UAE threaten to widen the conflict again. Here's the latest. Ceasefire under strain. The ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran is being tested after both sides fired shots in the Strait of Hormuz, prompting Donald Trump to decline to say if the truce remains in place. In addition, the United Arab Emirates, a U.S. ally, said that its air defenses engaged 19 Iranian missiles and drones. That a drone attack caused a fire at an oil port in the Fayara region. U.S. threat. Trump also warned Iranian forces they would be blown off the face of the earth if they attempted to target U.S. ships in the Strait of the Persian Gulf. Impact on economy. Oil prices rose and stocks fell on concerns about the safety of transitioning.
That's critical water.
The critical waterway average U.S. gas prices could reach $5 a gallon if the strait remains closed.
It's on this way.
An oil market expert told CNN.
It's on this way, man. Look, y'all can forget about the goddamn ceasefire, right? That's what it looked like, right?
Yeah.
And the spirit that the Lord put on these international leaders, these heads of state, these presidents, supreme leaders, or whatever title they give themselves, or what have you, it seems to be unwavering with them.
Yeah.
It seems to be unwavering. Why? Because the Lord made it that way.
Right.
These people don't have the ability to be cordial. They only know arrogance. They only know hate. Yep. They only know gain and money and blood. That's how they think. That's how they operate. Even at the highest seat of these powerful nations that have an abundance of wealth, abundance of power and influence in their regions, you still dumb? You still dumb? I mean, goddamn. But guess why? And everybody's like, oh, I be on, especially on Twitter. I be on Twitter. I love Twitter. Everybody's online. I can't believe it. Donald Trump, this administration, this administration, that. You love it. This is your political system. It's all fair. It's all fair. Don't be a hypocrite now. This is your system. You get the vote and he won fair and square, right?
Right.
Hail to your king, liberal. Because you're so you're so political and all in the analytics of the political system and the Constitution. I've been looking at these cats. They be getting all technical with each other and on these panels and Fox News and everything. Like, you's the cooniest coon of them all.
Mm-hmm.
You're all the same. You're all the same. And I'll be like, oh, they be talking real nice and all these big words and statistics and Donald Trump promised this and that. He looking like the big bad. I'm coming up against the left, whatever wing it is.
Right.
I'm coming up against I'm coming up against MAGA, and I'm liberal and I'm right for America. We're gonna follow the Constitution. You don't want a nation of your own.
Right.
You don't want liberation. You want America to work. America only works when you're on the bottom. When you're subservient, you understand? When you're destroyed, when your people are. See, man, let me just continue this article because we don't recognize and understand this. It ain't a situation where you can fix a nation that's against you. We've been brainwashed to think that, like, through Christianity, of course, to think that the so-called Constitution is going to be on our side at any point. It's 20. I mean, we talking about and next year we're going to be saying it's 2027. The year after that, it's 2020. We still talking about voting. They don't even want to take the voting right. Listen, man.
I was about to say that, Cap. Think about this, right? They actually taking voters' rights from people.
God.
That means you ain't never really had it. Because, I mean, ain't nobody fighting against it, really, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you think about it, right, they say you have to be in order to get proper voting rights, you have to be a citizen of America. We are not considered citizens of America. We just considered help. You understand? We just to help because they take your rights just like that. Think about a man just got released from prison after 40 years. They found out he was not guilty, and they didn't even compensate him. Just released him. He's just happy to be free. Your whole family gone. You understand? They destroy our lives just like that, and it's no compensation. And then the thing about it, you can be awarded what they say. You can be awarded $5 million, but you will never see that $5 million. They keep you jammed up in court for so long. You just say, you know what, forget it.
Whole time the lawyers got the bread.
The lawyers got the bread already, and it's already gone. This is how we know we're not citizens. So that all that voting right thing, we've been voting since the 50s. And nothing has changed. We still fighting. Think about this. If you've been voting since the 50s and you still fighting for civil rights right now.
It got worse.
You understand?
It got worse.
It got worse. We still fighting for the same thing. Do you ever heard somebody say, people say, you know, our ancestors died for the right to vote? I know niggas that died selling drugs. They don't make it right, do it? And that's how you got to start thinking. You understand? Dudes die for dumb stuff all the time. We're going to continue to die for dumb stuff. Think about this. How often do you see the Asians going out there lining up to vote? How often do you see the Arabs going out there lining up to vote?
Mm-hmm.
Yet they own every store in our community.
I don't see nobody campaigning.
Right.
I understand all these
ain't no campaigning
in the Asian
and
East Indian community gotta get out and vote. This is for us. They're gonna or China or any Asian or any other people other than us ain't going. I only see us out there.
We the only ones that say, well, you can't talk if you don't vote. You don't got nothing to say if you don't vote. Oh, how did he lose? Because black people ain't get out there and vote.
Oh yeah, and then when when the liberals or anybody, it doesn't matter which side win or lose. Mm-hmm. It's black people's fault.
Black people, yeah.
It don't matter what side.
Get out there and vote.
Trump win, Kamala win, Obama win, or Hillary win.
We all get out
because there. Black people, cause see why? That's why we got to take them voting rights. Yep. We got to take because them black people got them boots.
And that's the reason why we should not vote. We should let them. Let's see where the nickel lies when it's all said and done. Let's let them do all of the voting. Let's just sit back and let's look out for us. You understand? Just like, listen, when they voting, they looking out for them. Let's lay back, let them vote, and let's look out for us. Let's put our money into us. Listen, the scriptures say, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's. Listen, there's certain things that we have to do in this society, in this age of society. Let's pay our taxes, but what we get back, let's put into us. We continually put into the Asians. We continually put into the Arabs. We continually put into the East Indians, and we get nothing back. Let's put into us and stop putting into all these other nations.
Yeah, listen, the best way to put into your people is in this school.
Yep.
You understand? First of all, it's a law to pay your tithes one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Drop some cash up in the school. You understand?
What they say, drop some cash in here so we can move around.
Right. That's where I got it from.
We can move around in this earth, Commanding General, Your Honor. Right. Hey, that's the best thing ever happened to me. You're the best thing, Hey, I remember when I used to come into school. Remember when I used to tell you, Cap, I got a son your age.
You frequently remind me.
But listen, what I'm saying though is I learned so much from him. You understand what I'm saying? But coming in, you know how a man got to test you. You know what I mean? Yo, I got a son, you know.
He figuratively remind me.
I be saying
then I'll be like, yo, you used to work my phone. I'd be like, solo cut.
Yeah.
That comes to come out about once a year.
Yeah. But and I say that because, you learn from the younger brothers. You understand? Older dudes can learn from younger brothers. You understand? And coming in,
but here it was the Asian. The wisdom is what the scriptures say in the I forget what is it. Wisdom is the age of men,
right?
And the scriptures,
and that's what.
No. It says wisdom is the gray hairs,
right?
You understand? I probably didn't have no gray hairs.
Gray hairs show that wisdom, right? But what I'm saying to you is
this the analogy.
Yeah,
the gray hairs ain't the wisdom. The wisdom is the gray hairs,
right? But listen, but that's what I'm trying to say to you, right? I learned a lot coming into this truth. When you come into the truth, you don't all the way believe when you first come in until you start listening and you be like, damn.
Start clicking.
Right.
Start clicking.
I'm like, yo, all that, I got son, that was testing, right? Testing, like, yo, next, yes, sir. Come on, sir. You understand what I'm saying? Because you respect the men above you. The men, you understand? They know,
right?
Kids or boys, the men.
Yeah.
You understand? And every brother
you get that rank. You get that rank, that office.
Every man.
He's a man.
Yeah.
You got responsibility.
It was like I said, you come in the door. Think about it. My first class, I came in Orleans Street.
We can.
Oh, yeah.
We still
we
got news.
Yeah, we
got news. I let you rock for a second.
Yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
You better go down. Better go down a rabbit hole.
Come on. Yeah. You start memories.
Hey, look, let's get a little bit more on this article.
Concert.
But really, what we gotta recognize and understand is this, but analyze is this: it ain't dying down.
Right.
It may seem like it's halted or delayed or things like that. That's what it appears like. But it's a whole bunch of stuff that ain't being reported, and they at war. And let's not forget Lebanon. The Israelis in Lebanon, the ceasefire started, and they immediately attacked Lebanon.
Right.
Everything that happened in the Gaza Strip is happening in Lebanon now.
Right.
They at war with a whole other country now.
Yep.
The Israelis. And nobody even talking about it. But let's get a little bit more, and then I want to go into Spirit Airlines and how it all ties in, please.
Slice, if I could, real quick. Like this kind of it reminds me of actually like what happened with the Most High and Pharaoh. Like when Most High hardened his heart. Oh, he did?
Dang.
Oh,
We've been going everywhere though.
We mentioned it. No,
though.
we was mentioning, if I could, my thumb, we was mentioning like how dumb they are and how the Lord made them that way.
Right.
Okay.
Just like, and I was mentioning like, yo, the Lord killed everybody firstborn.
Right.
Yeah, kind of, sir.
Everybody firstborn, the lamb firstborn, the goat down the block. If you wasn't in the crib, you done.
Right. Okay.
It's the same thing. It was a good call. Yeah.
Man, good night.
100%. You on point. Go ahead.
God, select. You want the rest of this?
Just a little bit more.
Come on.
Then we get the Spirit Airline.
Says, no military solution to a political crisis. Iran minister warns U.S. and UAE over what's that? Quagmire?
Yep. Quagmire.
Iran's foreign minister Abbas Arachi in Cairo, Egypt, September 9th, 20. Let's just talk about the photos. Iranian foreign minister Abbas Arachi has warned the United States and United Arab Emirates against getting drawn into a quagmire, saying that recent events in the Strait of Hormuz make clear that there is no military solution to a political crisis. Arachi wrote in a post on X on Monday that talks were making progress in Pakistan's gracious effort and that the U.S. should be worried of being dragged back into a quagmire by ill wishers. So should the UAE. Arachi also dismissed Washington's Project Freedom plan to guide merchant ships out of the strait, writing Project
No, you good.
Project Freedom is Project Deadlock. Arachi's remarks came after the U.S. and Iranian militaries traded shots in the strait, prompting questions over whether the nearly month-long ceasefire will continue.
You can drop that there. Y'all see this? This ain't gonna and listen, they talking about the we ain't really felt the effects yet. And what we seeing now is already horrific and horrible.
Right.
Well, you think they extorting us now? First of all, they already extorting us since after the pandemic. Them last barrels hit and touched down and get processed. Everything getting crazy. And other nations is already feeling this effects. And listen, Spirit Airlines, I'm gonna send you this article. I think I'll check your text.
I got it, sir.
You got the NBC?
It's like I got these pop-ups coming up.
I'm gonna send it to you too. But
you just sent me a note. You think that one better?
It's the same thing, but it's through Chrome that time. The first one was through a different server.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna try the second because there's a bunch of pop-ups. Okay, this one. Okay, this one might be better.
NBC News.
Come on.
You want to read this one?
Come on, sir.
Go ahead.
Oh shit. So Spirit Airlines doomed by sky-high fuel prices due to the recent geopolitical events, court docs say.
Now, this is your first international $1 million, if not $1 billion, corporation that's being affected already. Talking about we ain't talking about like your corner store. Hey, man, we can't afford it no more.
Right.
We talking about a international airline done. 17,000 employees done. Think about your slavery. You think about your slavery projects focus on the East Coast, especially a lot of factories down here on the East Coast. I ain't talking about like the big chains like Amazon, Walmart. I'm talking about like industrial, that service the East Coast.
Right.
Think about we talking about a national, if not international corporation. 17,000 plus overnight like that. Because Trump's administration, because of his arrogance.
Right.
Now we seeing in real time a depression and a recession.
Yep.
Through the lens of one company here. What company is next? Ain't nobody saying that. Everybody saying, damn, Spirit, damn.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see this company? This company? What we gonna do then?
Right.
Y'all think all them pilots is gonna go to Southwest? All them pilots is gonna go corporate and go to Southwest and what's the other ones? Frontier and Delta.
American Air.
Everybody just hiring that, right?
Right.
Everybody just hiring pilots and counter workers and bag workers and all the people that you see when you get to up front. Oh yeah, we gotta weigh your bag, we gotta check you in. All them, no job like that. I seen a clip online, pilot. I mean, he was mad emotional. Oh, we just heard we're gonna suspend operations at 3 a.m. Eastern time. He was damn near crying over the intercom, pilot.
Right.
Crying.
It's at 34 years. They've been in business.
Yeah, since the 80s.
They said
late 80s, right? 89, something like that.
The 90s. It was the 90s.
The 94.
Yeah, Spirit came in the 90s.
No, it was another. It was named another. They changed their name.
Yeah, but they said they've been in business for 34 years. And then you think about it, right? They said they came in and they was the first airline to bring in cheaper rates. You understand, the cheap, quick seats. You understand? So this was the airline that made a lot of those airlines bring their prices down. You understand what I'm saying?
92.
Yeah. Yep, 34 years. Yep.
92.
Yep. 34 years. And they were the ones that came in and made airlines bring their prices down. So think about this, right? We in a nation of capitalism. So if you get rid of the people who make stuff cheaper, you understand? Because remember in 2024, Biden stopped the JetBlue and the Spirit merger, which would have saved Spirit. You understand? That would have built them.
You probably know this. Charter One Airlines. That's why I said it was Charter One Airline in 1983. Before rebranding to Spirit Airlines in May 1992, the company was known as Charter One Airlines.
Okay.
Which was funded in 1983, and Michigan Charter One operated as a regional charter serving flying to entertainment destinations like Atlantic City, Las Vegas, and the Bahamas. It was called Charter One back.
Okay, Charter.
But Spirit,
they rebranded it.
Right. I bet.
I saved my captain. I saved my captain.
They expanded up more or less.
Right.
At 92, he was right. 34 years.
It's like, if I could, so what is it, the Trump administration that then they shut down PBS also? Sesame Street and all that.
Yeah.
So Biden is the one that vetoed or rejected the JetBlue and the Spirit merger, which boom. Then they had to get out there. They got funded a little bit, and then it lasted up till right now. That was it, you know. So they tried to make a deal with him, and the deal fell through. That Trump tried to get to help Spirit, and then it fell through.
No, they weren't even trying to help him. They was trying to
extort them, right? Extort them.
It was a horrible.
You understand? And then Trump been helping his family the whole time since he been in office. So they over there grabbing oil. They doing everything, grabbing land. It's the land grab all over again. That's what they doing. And he trying to find land that he can build hotels on now. So when he get up out of here, he's still gonna be getting paid.
The West Bank.
They doing everything. Yeah, that's why everything has shifted from Gaza to Lebanon, and now they still unaliving those Palestinians over in Gaza now. But now it's really being covered up because everything is about Lebanon now. So they playing it's almost like a double reverse. You know what I mean? You looking over there, but the ball is over here, and they still doing their thing over there. You understand? Clearing all of that out. Then if you notice, Israel is the only so-called country without borders. They did that purposefully so they can expand their borders on anything that they take. You understand? And that's what's going on now. Just like they took our land from us back in the days. You understand? Land that we had, we made it fertile. We made it profitable. And then they just come through with what's that term that they use? Eminent domain. And then they take everything that you got with no compensation. This is what America lives on. America doesn't run on Duncan. They run on thievery and piracy. This is what America's built on. This is the reason why this country has to fall. You understand? And we live in right now. We said this all the way before this even started. We said we living in history. Now, of course, history is anything that happens from this point back. It's history. But we living in that history that's going to be written down. The point of history where people going to look and say, yo, remember when 9/11 happened? Where was you at 9/11? Everybody remembers damn near where they was at 9/11. I still see me sitting at my machine and my radio start cutting out. It's going to be the same thing right now. People going to remember where they was at.
I didn't know what was going on. Everybody started getting caught out of school. I was in elementary school. I
was at work.
I was in gym. I remember exactly why I was in gym.
Right.
Y'all remember them little scooters, them little things that scoot around the gym? Like you know them things that you put your plant on, move your plant around.
The rollers.
The rollers on the rollers.
Yeah.
And everybody get one by one, everybody getting caught out of the gym. Confused, my name get called. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I went home, I looked at the news. I remember my pa was driving that day. I remember he was in the truck though. But he was like, yeah, son, something going on, boom, 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 X, Y, and Z. It was wild. It was scary. So I'm envisioning planes coming to the crib. Oh hell.
Listen, I was at my machine and that radio kept cutting out. Like, damn, what's going on with my radio? You start grabbing the wall, like, yo.
This was at the solo cut, by the way.
Yeah, this was at the solo cut. I start listening to the radio. The next thing they come and say, breaking news, a plane just hit one of the towers, and the first thing I said, oh, this is a terrorist attack. Yeah. Then when the second one hit, my son called, Dad, they making us leave school. I said, come right down here. He came down to my job because my job was only down the street from the school. So he come right down the street, boom, he's sitting in the break room. And I'm like, yo, they let us go early.
Yeah, everybody
like, yo, I got home, yo, turned the news on, yo, and I'm like, oh my God. I just said, yo, it's a terrorist attack. Oh my God. You know what I mean? And everybody, this is one of those times right now is going to be one of those times. We're going to be sitting back, yo, remember that day? Yo, we was here, yo, we was doing that, yo, and boom, and that happened, blah, blah, blah. That's just how it was.
That's how we going to be talking in the kingdom. Talking the king a little loud concern.
Yeah.
Negroes like, yo, y'all knew that? The chariots came down that sky crap. Man. Yeah. But look, hey, this is just the beginning. This is the one big blow to the American economy that we can see on a visual scale. Everybody been hurting already.
Yep.
But we just saw 17,000 folks lose their gig overnight.
Like that.
And it's like, now, y'all think that's the only company that's suffering because of fuel prices? Think about all these trucks running up and down these roads right now. Diesel prices ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? They ain't paying the drivers more. You know what I'm saying? I got a gas card, but I'm saying prices somewhere gonna have to go up somewhere at some time. Yeah. And it's gonna affect the industry at some point, and that's gonna trickle down into the stores.
Kalaki, if I may, sir, we pulled off Friday. We filled up at 419. We came down, it was 433.
This is going back. It's going to get to $5. It was like at 5 something in the pandemic,
right?
Because I remember going to Cocoa Beach,
right?
What was it, 2020, 2021?
22.
And we had to drive a van down that joint. Yeah, every stop we was spending $50 every, all the way down, all the way back. We had to spend like, I don't even think about it, bro.
I told my rib, I think we're gonna have to do that the next Passover if we have one.
Shit, if we can get it here, we can listen. We're gonna have it here. We're gonna listen. Get on the phone with Martin West tonight.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I was like, get on the Martin West.
We just wrote
the one in on the west side.
Yeah. Martin West.
Yeah, I don't think they got the one on
the east side.
On the east side one closed, right?
Martin's East is closed.
Martin's East done.
It's closed, yeah.
I think, did they sell it already? I think something else in there already.
Yeah, something else already. Yeah. Me and my rib just rode past those hotels over there at Martin's West. And I said, that's the 2 hotels that sit right next to Martin West. And these are 2 on 40, the 2 big ones on 40. And we went past the one on Red Run, out Owings Mills.
Red Run. That's something. Yeah.
Owings Mills. It's a shot down.
No, it's Red Run. Yeah, Red Run is where the Royal Farms is at.
Hampton, yeah. Hampton Hotel.
Is it over there by the old mall?
Old mall, yep.
You got a Hampton over there now?
Side, it's on the other side of the it's on the other side. All right, you know where the Red Robin is. The mall is across the street.
The green
Red Robin is on the Green Turtle, and then across from there. Yeah,
I know where you at.
But it's
before 795.
It's a small stretch. It's only, but this is the thing, right? The reason why we're saying that because it's only a 15-minute stretch from Martin's West. A 15-minute stretch coming straight down. If you come,
and then you got the spots of Pikesville too.
Yeah.
The Hilton up Pikesville. It's a Hilton right there on Reisterstown by the across the street from the Target.
695. As soon as you come off 695, right there, Pikesville.
Yeah.
Green Spring, Pikesville, right there. So as soon as you come off the 695, the hotels is right there. So we got
the good ones is they got a little motel right there.
Right.
But the good ones, the Hilton, and it's another one right there. I don't know, but I know the Hilton is real nice.
Right.
The Hilton right there across the street from the Target. Okay. But listen, we talking about plans in the middle of the damn news show. See, this is how we get. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But no, initially, in closing, if I could, this is, you should be asking yourself, Spirit Airlines is done.
Yeah, it's done.
A big company with an excellent business plan with the right bailout could have paid the U.S. government back,
right,
their investors back, and got back on track. But because of Donald Trump, his administration, and their arrogance and their hardened heart, just like Pharaoh, You know, it's gonna trickle down. Like what other airline is next?
Right.
What other business is next? And industrial wise, and all of that's gonna trickle down on everybody else. You understand? It's all tied in. Like we're not getting away from. We've been so comfortable in the idea of America being the big bad bully.
Right.
The decisions that's being made is making everybody's livelihood vulnerable.
Yep.
Not only the slave, but the slave master. This is the Israelite School of UPK, so the 1 West 125th Street Hall, New York. This is the 1 West News Desk, bringing you your local, national, and international news every Monday. You understand? I'm your host, Cap Saparia, along with
Officer Mathum.
And with that, we'll see you next Monday, Lord allow, live at the UPK. Shalom.
We got black Latinos and Native Americans. When the Lord says that our kingdom is to come, as long as we follow the law, statutes, and commandments.
I got the camera bag, I'm the cameraman. If shit getting active, I'ma stand it down. We taking ground, call the ambulance. That shit go. Look. If shit go, look, you best get right, or you'll get, look, you got that, right, that shit go. If you got a problem, we'll handle it. Niggas acting hard, you better stand on it. We on every corner, we stamping it. You better get your life for this camp shit. We ain't playing around, there's no cowards, dog. If niggas charged up, you get powered off. Rude of speech, keep it raw. It ain't my fault that you niggas soft. It ain't my fault that these niggas frauds. It ain't my fault that them niggas rats. If your colors fly, you don't get that shit go. Look. If shit go, look, you best get right, or you'll get, look, you got that. That shit go, look. If shit go, look, you best get right, or you'll get, look, you got that, right, that shit go.
Wanna go to war, gotta hop into the van. Tryna cut the semen, something you don't understand. Getting tough from my betterment, better take it like a man. Nigga, how you walk away for camp? If you willing to die, you better be willing to stand. Take a trip around the world, see a bunch of corners held by them UPK niggas. All them UPK niggas go to camp. And I'm on Shamar here, hanging out the car. Wonder when I pull up straight to the battlefield. And I'ma make sure niggas make it back home. Say, nigga, what you thought? When anything moving, I be on. Gotta remind them, we nothing like them niggas that you saw. If you hear back up, that'll be your last time to get out the way. The price to pay before.
That shit go.
Nah, for real though.
Look. If shit go, look, you best get right, or you'll get, look, you got that, right. That shit go, look.
Nah, for real though.
Look. If shit go, look, you best get right, or you'll get, look, you got that.
Y'all about to see me out the South.